If you're an independent software vendor, an ISV, with an established on-premises business, the rise of software as a service brings both technology change and business change. The technology changes get the most attention because turning an existing on-premises application into a shared SaaS application is not a small thing. But the truth is that the business changes are harder. The move to SaaS goes to the heart of what it means to run a software business. It changes how you price, how you sell, and lots more. These are big changes, and making them isn't simple. But despite the challenges, there are two main reasons why you might decide to adopt SaaS. First, you might be able to grow your business with SaaS. Maybe you can expand your customer base by going after smaller firms, or maybe you can enter a whole new market. Second, you might need to defend your business against SaaS competitors. The rise of SaaS can let new firms enter your market. Think of Google Apps, for instance, which uses SaaS to attack Microsoft's established on-premises business in email and other areas. Creating your own SaaS offering, as Microsoft has done, might be the only effective way to deal with this new competition. Whatever your reason, adding SaaS offerings means changing how you do business. The place to start here is by understanding the benefits and the risks of SaaS. ISVs need to examine these from two perspectives: the benefits and risks for your customers, why they do and don't buy SaaS applications, and the benefits and risks for you and your company. Let's start with your customers. Here are the biggest benefits that customers typically see in SaaS applications. First, SaaS allows faster deployment because no on-premises installation is required. Rather than spending weeks or months deploying and configuring software on its own servers, an organization can immediately access the application in the cloud. Also, SaaS typically offers usage-based pricing, such as per user per month. This lets customers pay only for what they use. People like this. A SaaS application also has less financial risk than an on-premises application. Most cloud apps offer try-before-you-buy options, so a customer can be sure the application has business value before paying for it. Pay-as-you-go pricing also brings less risk than a typical large upfront license fee. Another benefit is that SaaS reduces the need for on-premises resources like servers and IT people. The application runs in the cloud, and so customers don't need to invest in the hardware and the staff to run this application on premises. Finally, SaaS applications offer easier upgrades. The SaaS provider just deploys upgrades to a centrally managed copy of the code. Customers have no on-premises software to update. If SaaS only had benefits, everyone would adopt it tomorrow. It doesn't, of course. There are also drawbacks. Here are the most important risks for typical SaaS customers. Using SaaS requires trusting an outside provider for the application's availability and security. Most SaaS providers don't let their customers physically examine the details of how they provide security. And so those customers must learn to trust the SaaS provider. Building this trust can take time, and it's often the biggest barrier to people adopting SaaS. SaaS can also raise legal and regulatory concerns with storing data outside the customer's premises. Many countries have laws and regulations about where some kinds of data can be stored. SaaS applications can have problems with these, especially when the SaaS application's data center and the customer are in different countries. Another challenge is that a SaaS application can limit customization. It's typical in SaaS for many customers to share a single multi-tenant application. Multi-tenancy lowers costs, but it also constrains how different the software can appear to its customers. SaaS vendors commonly provide some configuration options, but it's fair to say that a traditional on-premises application is more customizable. SaaS applications can also be harder to integrate with existing on-premises applications. Connecting apps inside a single data center is challenging enough. When some of those apps are running in the cloud, integration can get even more challenging. Finally, SaaS can have lower performance than on-premises applications. This problem is most common when the network bandwidth between the customer and the SaaS application's data center is limited. And so how much it matters commonly depends on geography. SaaS isn't right for every application or for every customer. Some kinds of software, like email, are moving to SaaS quite quickly. The benefits outweigh the risks. But others, like applications that work with regulated data or need lots of customization, are staying on premises. SaaS is a great solution for some problems, but it's not always the right choice. And along with these pros and cons for customers, SaaS also brings benefits and risks for ISVs who have an established on-premises software business. Once again, let's start with the benefits. First, a SaaS application can offer the potential to reach new customers. SaaS might let you offer a lower-priced option for smaller customers, or even enter a whole new business. SaaS also lets you sell directly to business decision makers without going through the customer's IT department. Since a SaaS application runs in the cloud, your sale can't be blocked by an IT organization that doesn't support what your application needs. Another potential benefit is that a SaaS application can provide more predictable revenue than traditional licensing. The usual SaaS pricing models, like per user per month subscriptions, allow a smoother revenue path than the up and down sales of traditional software licenses. SaaS can also lower your support costs because of shared multi-tenant applications. Rather than supporting a separate software instance running in each customer's data center, you can instead support a shared copy of the code running in a cloud data center. Finally, SaaS gives you more knowledge about how customers use your application. You can see who is and isn't using the application, which customers use which features, and lots more. Just as with customers, though, moving to SaaS is not risk-free for ISVs. The most obvious challenges include these. First and foremost, SaaS requires substantial changes in your business. You'll have new approaches to pricing, to selling, to support, even perhaps to your development process. Moving from a traditional on-premises software business to a SaaS business can cause a substantial amount of disruption in an established ISV. Also, a software vendor must demonstrate real value up front. Customers typically use SaaS software before they buy it. And so rather than relying on demos and dinners and discussions to make a buying decision, they can rely on their own experience of using the software. Another concern is that revenue builds up more slowly because of typical SaaS pricing models. With traditional on-premises licensing, each customer that buys a copy of your software writes you a good-sized check. But with the subscription model common in the SaaS world, customers pay only a small amount per user per month. You might well get the same amount of money over time or even more, but it will come in more slowly. SaaS can also lessen your ability to sell customization services. Multi-tenant applications don't eliminate customization, but they do tend to constrain how much can be done. ISVs that make a large share of their revenue from customizing their products can find that moving to SaaS shrinks this number. Finally, SaaS can bring new sales challenges. SaaS offerings are commonly sold directly by their creator rather than through partners, which creates channel conflict. Subscription-based pricing also tends to reduce the upfront revenue available to share with your partners. You can't ignore SaaS, but you do want to make intelligent decisions in this area. Some markets will be dominated by SaaS, while others move more slowly. Every ISV needs to look at its on-premises products, understand how SaaS impacts the market for each one, then make a well-thought-out decision. Doing nothing is not an option.